The US Justice Department charges an Iranian man in connection with an alleged plot to kill Donald Trump. The United Nations warns that famine is imminent in northern Gaza, where a major Israeli military offensive continues. At least 25 people are injured in a Russian airstrike on an apartment block in the northeastern city of Kharkiv.
Berlin celebrates 35 years since the fall of the wall, a significant day, not just for Germany. Belarusian opposition leader Svetlana Tikhanovskaya has traveled to Berlin to mark the occasion. For many Belarusian citizens, the fall of the wall has a very special meaning, she says.
For Belarusians, Berlin Wall has very important symbolic meaning, because this is what Belarusians, to some extent, experience at the moment.
People in Belarus live under the constant threat of repressions imposed by Belarusian ruler Alexander Lukashenko, but only they themselves can stop him, says Tikhanovskaya.
I'm fully sure that the wall in Belarus will collapse, but of course it depends on us Belarusians, but also on the world solidarity. A Berlin Wall, it didn't collapse by itself, just suddenly. It was a monotonous work of many people at that time.
Remaining united and persistent for a free Belarus. Veränderungen kommen oft unerwartet, doch dafür muss gekämpft werden, wie bei dem Fall der Berliner Mauer vor 35 Jahren. Diana Resnick aus Berlin für Euronews.
At least 25 people have been injured in a Russian strike on the northeastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. According to local officials, preliminary inspections show a guided aerial bomb hit a 12-story apartment building, causing extensive damage. And in the neighboring region of Donetsk, at least 4 houses and 180 apartments were damaged in Russian strikes on the town of Mykolaiivka. Local officials there said 5 of the apartments were damaged beyond repair and that work is underway to restore gas and electricity to undamaged homes. Meanwhile, in Kyiv, people have attended the funerals of a medic and a soldier who fell in love while on the front lines of the war and died together in a Russian shelling attack. Valentina Nahorna, whose call sign was Valkyria, volunteered as a medic at the start of the war. She and Daniel Lyashkovich, known as Berserk, reportedly got together just a few months ago. The US Justice Department has charged an Iranian man in connection with an alleged plot to kill Donald Trump. Farhad Shakeri, an alleged Iranian government asset, told investigators that a contact in the Revolutionary Guard instructed him in September to assemble a plan to kill Trump. Shakeri told investigators his contact said that if he couldn't put together a plan within a 7-day time frame, the plot would be paused until after the election because the official assumed Trump would lose. Shakeri told investigators he was cooperating in a bid to get a reduced prison sentence for an associate who's in prison in America. The US government said Shakeri hasn't been arrested and is believed to be in Iran. Iran's mission to the United Nations has declined to comment. And a spokesperson for Trump said the president-elect was aware of the plot and nothing will deter him from returning to the White House and restoring peace around the world. The Famine Review Committee has said there's a strong likelihood that famine is imminent in parts of northern Gaza where Israeli forces are conducting a major military offensive. The committee called the situation extremely grave and urged all actors in the war to take immediate action to avert a humanitarian disaster. The IDF launched a renewed offensive in the north in October, it said, to prevent Hamas units from regrouping there. At the beginning of November, the Biden administration ramped up criticism of Israel for not doing enough to improve humanitarian conditions. Washington set a November the 13th deadline for Israeli officials to meet certain requirements or risk restrictions on military assistance. By the end of October, an average of just 71 trucks a day were entering Gaza, according to the latest UN figures. The US said it wants to see 350 trucks per day enter the territory.